From the Dutton family's uncertain future to the show's possible farewell, here's why Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 could be the final season. Starting with how the fate of the main Dutton family's up in the air right now. Hold your horse, folks, because Paradise Valley is in a state of chaos right now. In the meantime, fans can watch Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren in the 1923 prequel series, which the same person made. The Cowboys just can't take a break. Yellowstone may end after its 5th season, but it could still go on through spin-offs. There are early plans to continue the franchise with another Dutton show, and this one will be led by Oscar winner Matthew McConaughey and several established Yellowstone stars. But what does this mean for the rest of the stories, though? Sure, Yellowstone may be ending, but the universe is just getting bigger. From when it was founded in 1883 to the fighting in 2020 and any more conflicts that come up at the show's end, there's still a lot to learn about. Yellowstone's new shows will differ because many characters fight to keep the ranch in the Dutton family. Even though Costner's show is coming to an end, either with Season 5 or in the future, the change in direction gives creators new ways to go. It can also give future spin-offs a chance to leave Montana and the Dutton Ranch, which can keep the setting from getting boring. So how could they wrap up the stories in the second half of Season 5? Well, I don't want to point out the obvious here, but there's a good chance Jamie could go to the train station in Part 2 of Season 5. And there, if Jamie's really unlucky, Rip could kill him too. As you know, as a general rule, it's where they bury people they kill so they don't get too much attention from the police. Like Jamie's biological father, Garrett Randall. Most of his family is already mad at him for trying to get rid of John as governor of Montana and replace him with someone else. Beth hates him the most, and in episode 8 of Season 5 of the show, she's the one who suggests killing him. If he had a good reason, Rip wouldn't think twice about killing Jamie. He's already shown that for his wife, he would do anything. Rip has already promised to be loyal to the ranch and the Duttons. Just think of what he'll do for them now that the government backs him. Wait, so is the show ending because of disagreements with Kevin Costner? Well, that's a possibility. Many people claim that Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 can't be made because Costner's too busy with Horizon 2. The actor's side says that Costner is following his Yellowstone contract by making himself available for 1 week. But Sheridan and Paramount say that isn't enough time and accuse Costner of being selfish and greedy. Still, because there are plans to replace him with Matthew McConaughey, it doesn't look like it's too much of a problem. Even some of the stars in the Yellowstone universe don't know everything there is to know about their own futures. Piper Perabo and Lainey Wilson talked about whether or not the show will end after Season 5, and about the drama going on behind the scenes with Kevin Costner. Wilson promised that the show would end the right way and that things weren't as bad as they looked with Costner. In the same way, Perabo insisted that Taylor Sheridan was discreet about any disagreements, which would soon be resolved among themselves. Even if you ignore the conflict, this might not be such a bad possibility. Kevin Costner's departure from Yellowstone could be good for the show. You see, the fact that he might leave Yellowstone isn't so bad. It'd be a chance for Taylor Sheridan to shake up his flagship neo-western in the way it needs. Costner's team has denied rumors that the show's main actor is leaving. They assured us that Costner's committed to delivering Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2. Seasons 4 and 5 of Yellowstone have been criticized for going off on tangents and taking too long to reach where they were supposed to end. This may be a pattern that will continue in future seasons. Kevin Costner leaving Yellowstone could be the change Taylor Sheridan needs to break out of this pattern. The writing of the show has gotten worse over the years. This could be because Sheridan has to split his time between the show and his upcoming Yellowstone spin-off series. Or because he's tired of making a big storyline for 5 seasons. 'Cause, if Yellowstone keeps going after seasons 5 and 6, losing Costner could be the challenge Sheridan needs to make the show the best neo-Western story of the century. Because if he leaves, then the show's got to get even better. It's true, Kevin's the heart and soul of Yellowstone, so his leaving would be sad. But it would force Taylor Sheridan to try something different. Costner's huge screen presence has held up Yellowstone over the years. Sheridan made an interesting world and story. Still, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Kevin Costner's performance as John Dutton is a big reason Yellowstone is still popular. Even though it's been confirmed that Costner will still play a key role in Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2, if he leaves after that, Sheridan can use Yellowstone's critical success as a chance to make a name for himself. Besides, there are many theories about how they'll wrap up the 5th season when it returns. So here's what fans suspect about who could die. Recently, a fan on Reddit posted a theory that made a lot of sense. It was thought that Jamie's hitman would mistake Summer Higgins for Beth, which seemed like a good way to end the season. This event may still happen. But it sounded more exciting when Yellowstone would last at least 5 more seasons instead of ending now. No one can be safe if this is the end. It sounds like Wes Bentley, who plays Jamie Dutton, needs to move on from the role. Last month, he said that his character's sadness had started negatively affecting his life. Bentley also said that his wife tells him things like, "Jamie's coming home and we don't want him here." During the mid-season finale of Season 5, his character was planning to hire hitmen to kill his father and sister. Bentley might finally see Jamie get what he deserves if the Dutton family strikes back. People also said the best ending would be for Tate to inherit the ranch. He isn't only John Dutton's grandson, but also a link between the Duttons and the Native Americans who live on the nearby Broken Rock Reservation. Will Taylor Sheridan continue to work for Paramount? In a big way, yes. In an interview with Vulture, Chris McCarthy said that Sheridan-led projects will actually grow, even if Costner leaves Yellowstone. Plus, there are signs that this could be the final season. Season 5 Part 2 will only have 6 episodes, a shorter run than previous seasons. While there hasn't been an official announcement about the show ending, some speculate that the shorter episode count could signal the show's wrapping up. But it's important to note that nothing has been confirmed yet, so you must wait and see what happens. As for the rest of the cast of Yellowstone, many have been busy with other projects during the show's hiatus. Clearly, the cast of Yellowstone is a talented group of actors, and they've found success outside of the show. Some of the actors in Yellowstone have also done TV work outside of the movie industry. Still, they could still choose to continue staying on for the spin-offs in case the show ends. That's all for how Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 could be the final season.